And again, we welcome in Business Technology Assistant Professor Ed Newman. Good morning, Professor Newman. How are you?
Good morning, Brad. I am well,
Well, good.
and I hope to stay that way.
we all do. Yeah. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been at Kent State Tusc for quite some time, so I imagine you've got a pretty good grip on what's going on there with someone who would like to maybe get a business management technology degree. What exactly is that?
Okay. Well, here is the way it is listed in the catalog: an associate of applied business in business management technology with a concentration in. And just recently, this term, the concentrations were updated. And so we've got one that's rather interesting that I have to even learn more about because we've just made them available.
Okay.
The first one, and this is important, the first one is the business administration concentration. Now, the reason it's important, it is articulated to define articulated, made to fit well with the business, the BBA, the business management administration degree through Kent State. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we also offer the degree here as well. But a lot of people are interested in and wish to obtain a BBA, and what they can do is they can get an associate's degree on the way to the BBA. And we set it up so it is articulated. In other words, it's a perfect fit. It's almost like a 2+2. All right?
Okay.
And so if they're interested in the BBA, but say, it would be kind of nice if I could have an associate's degree to put out there and put on my resume and maybe get a job. Now, what some of them do, some students, and this is their strategy, they've shared it with me, and it makes a lot of sense. They have said, if I get an associate's degree, that'll get me into my foot in the door in the business. And then if I'm working full-time with a business, it might be a company that is going to pay for my education.
Aha.
And that's a good plan.
Yeah.
And I have had several do that, that they have gotten their associate's degree and then found a good job, and they have paid for the balance of the bachelor's degree in business.
That's very good. Yeah.
Well, the other one that come along here. This is one of the things that we do at Kent, and I tell you, that is one. I am so pleased to be affiliated with Kent because we're always on the cutting edge, and especially at Kent State Tusc, everybody is just wonderful to work with, and that's what the students say when they come there. And I was talking with Dean Bilski, probably a year or so ago, and one of the words that we came up with that students feel is comfortable. They feel comfortable there, and with comfortable means feeling safe and as well. Well, anyway, back to the new concentration. The logistics and supply chain management concentration. I'm reading this, okay? Concentration allows students to become knowledgeable in the process and supervision of the movement of products from the point of origin to the point of consumption for consumers, business, and other organizations. And there is a lot of emphasis on supply chain management today.
Okay, yeah.
And then the other one that we have, we've actually had around for a long time, but we've renamed it and put emphasis on entrepreneurship in here. The management and entrepreneurship concentration comprises coursework in management, entrepreneurship, and productivity applications. Now, I have several students, most of my students take this concentration, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But when I was talking about some students take the associate's degree to move on to a better job, many of the students are taking it to start their own business.
Okay.
Or at some point they decide to start their own business. I have now one of the things I wish I could do, but I can't. I I can't share with you the names and the companies right now because I didn't get permission. But several of my students you probably are aware of, and the audience is also aware of too because they've done business with them. I have one young lady that started her own business, and she has become well known in the area. Her business has. And then I have another young lady that came to me, and this one of the things that is so rewarding about this job is that this young lady came to me, and a non-traditional student.
Okay.
And I have non-traditional and traditional students, and all of them, love all of them, work with all of them, but sometimes I have special stories that come out of all of this. And this one was this young lady came in, non-traditional student, and her daughter had actually gotten the associate's degree, and I think that's the reason she was there. And she was so nervous, and she was had reservations,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know that I can do this. And I looked at her and I said, "You can. I can tell." And she looked at me and kind of a little smile, and then we went on,
Mm-hmm.
And then she got her degree, and she has her own business today. And every time I see her, it's always a delight to come across her path. Yeah.
Well, that's great that a professor like you could give her the shot of confidence she needed.
Oh, that's what we're for. We all do that. we're there to lift people up, and that's their job. That goes beyond, that's all integrated into it. Yeah, absolutely. And the other one, the last one here is marketing and sales concentration. And you're very familiar with that. Actually, I have, now when I say I have, I'm not always up to date with where the students are right now, but my last knowledge of several students is that they are actually in advertising sales. One works for a newspaper, one works for a radio station, and so they can go that direction as well.
That's a good career. I like radio.
Oh yeah. I've had an association with radio of the different in my careers, and you and I before the show started were talking about some personalities of the past years at other places that you have been actually, and where you are now.
Right.
I knew I knew a young man that was with you and doing really well. I'm not even sure he wasn't manager of the station. I'm not positive, but he was involved in sports. But his name was Denny Newell, and I don't know if anybody out there would remember him. It was a great young man, and he was out with friends one day playing paintball. And you may or may not know the story.
Mm-hmm.
And he collapsed with an aneurysm, and we lost him.
Yeah.
And I knew his parents very well as well. Yeah. It's funny how things are all tied together, and of course we're going to say, well, it's a small town, Okay.
It happens in a big town too, though. So
yeah, it's a big town too. Yeah.
I mean, this is a very broad number of options with this business management technology degree. I can see where a lot of people would want to get involved in their own specific area of interest. How do we get a hold of you or the department at Kent State Tusc and kind of further that process? Okay.
Well, with COVID, it's a little more difficult, but I have a phone number, and it's directly to my office line. Now, I won't be there, but it does pick up the voicemail, and then the computer sends me the message.
Okay.
330-308-7514. 330-308-7514.
And leave a message for Ed Newman, Business Technology Assistant Professor, and that way you'll know what it is. Yeah, that is you. And you've been at Kent State Tusc for how long now?
Well, I started as an adjunct in 1994, and then I was offered a position and fortunate enough to become a full-time assistant professor in 2001. So I've been full-time since 2001, so I'm working on my 19th, well, actually, I'd be working on my 20th year, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would. Hey, well, congratulations. It sounds like you're still enjoying the work.
Yeah, I do, and we all do. That's what's so nice about it. Everybody, we do different things, but we all respect each other, appreciate each other, and do our thing. Are we starting to wrap up here? I guess there's some things we didn't get to, huh?
Well, go ahead and touch on them quickly if you want to.
Oh, okay. Well, there are degrees that we can go into after we complete the associate's degree. One was the BBA, as I said, but we have a new degree called the BTAS, and that's the Bachelor's of Technical and Applied Studies, and you can get a degree in applied business. All right,
okay.
And it's a perfect degree for someone that got some hours years ago, but it really didn't fall in place. And these are the individuals that say, well, I have some college, but I never really did get my degree, never got my degree.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the opportunity.
There you go.
Because and it's in other fields as well of technology. And what's so nice about it is it's arranged so there's a place where you get credit for many, and sometimes all, of the courses that you had before. There's a place for them to fall, and that way you can look back and say, well, I didn't waste those years after all.
Right.
And then you can turn it into a bachelor's degree.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, again,
it does make a lot of sense.
Again, thanks for your enthusiasm. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you get to talk to some new people that are interested in jumping into the program there.
Okay, Brad, and listen, if you ever want me to talk to you again, I'll be glad to.
We'll set that up. All right.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thanks
and
a lot.
hey, stay. This is what I always say. Stay. Easy for me to say. Stay safe, stay well, and be good to those around you. Okay?
Hey, thanks a lot. That is
you bet. Bye-bye.
Ed Newman, the Business Technology Assistant Professor at Kent State Tusc Ross here on the 830 High Beam Tusc Talks.